Hey everyone, it's Jason. Welcome back to Union Arena Jujutsu Kaisen. This is part 2. So in part 1, we looked over the starter deck and we got to see some of the cool new cards in here. I'll also get a brief rundown of what the game was. So in case you weren't 100% familiar, you can go back and check that out. So we're going to jump this. We got 20 packs. We'll might be a little bit longer video because we want to try and get through all of them. And then we're going to do a part 3 where we'll go over Code Geass, Bleach of the Rebellion. I did mention part 1, just a reminder here in case someone jumps in, just look at the booster packs versus the starter deck. I have watched Season 1 of Jujutsu Kaisen. I wanted to see what this was about before I opened up all the packs, because I'm like, then I at least know who some of the characters are. I will probably butcher names, unfortunately. So we're going to jump into these and look to see what we all got. Just go through it on here. We have 100 cards plus 6 types in total. So 35 commons, 35 uncommons, 18 rares, 12 super rares, and 6 action point cards. Action point cards are just going to be some alternate arts. That if you have the starter deck, you can use the 3 in there. You get some new from the booster ones. You can mix and match them. You only need 3 total. So it's kind of neat. And then there's going to be alternate art as well for some of these. So let's hop into our first pack. I don't know how the rarity is sorted out. So in the starter deck, we only saw blue. So that's what's neat about the Union Arena games, is that each different deck or each different game has different colors. Bleach had purple, I believe it was purple, blue, and green. So I had those 2 colors, and then HunterXHunter had blue, yellow, and green. So they did not share purple and yellow. So one had one had the other. This one has blue, purple, and yellow. So it'll share the blue and purple with Bleach. All 3 of them will have blue, and they'll share the yellow and blue with HunterXHunter. And then Code Geass will presumably have some combination of that. Although now there's only 3 colors, it's going to end up having the same as one of the others regardless. Although it could end up having purple, yellow, and green, and not having any blue at all, which would be very different. That'd be the 4th combination. I haven't cracked them open to see what they have. Alright, so this is going to have some purple cards. And then basically the card colors are just to help some of the different effects in each one will do so. So purple cards will kind of do a thing, blue cards will do something, and then the yellow cards in here do something. It kind of also separates lots of times sort of the groups. So it looks like from the starter deck is the blue cards were the Jujutsu High students. So purple here looks like it's probably bad guys. So we're going to go. We have Ember Instants. These are going to cost 4. Event, choose up to 1 character with 25 or less BP on your opponent's front line and sideline it. If Jogo is on your side of the field, draw a card. So this will work with Jogo. Alright, we have Junipi Yoshino. When sideline, draw a card. Yes, so quick way to get out some extra energy, and then if he gets defeated for some reason, get some extra energy. So here we're going to get the Cursed Spirits in the purple. We have Hanami. If there's a yellow or blue card in your opponent's field, reduces energy requirement by 1 while in your hand. Ooh, that's cool. So it costs 1, so it also produces 2 purple. And yellow here, it looks like we're going to have some Shimigamis. Divine Dogs, black and white. When attacking, choose up to 1 other character on your field. It gains 500 BP till the end of the turn. Interesting. So yeah, as long as you attack with someone else, you get a little minor boost, but hey, it's not bad for being pretty cheap. Playful Cloud, Cursed Tool. Ooh, it's neat. So we're going to get some of the tools in here as well. Event, choose 1 character with 25 BP or less on your opponent's front line and sideline it. So there's a lot of this. We're just straight up picking one of your opponent's characters and taking them out. Active, Choose one character on your opponent's side of the field, switch it to active, and then it gains 3,000 BP. So boosting up one of your characters. Alright. Our last common is we have Mahiko. Just Cursed Spirit, very simple. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of our cards of our 12 are common. So half our pack. Makes sense. Just kind of watch what our breakdown is. Alright, for our uncommons, we have Chimera Shadow Garden. Active main, pay 1 AP once per turn. All Shimigami affinity on your field gain 1,000 BP till the end of turn. Once per turn, when a Megami Fushiguro on your side of the field attacks, choose up the one Shimigami affinity card in your front line and switch it to active. Neat. So this is a site. It just kind of stays out and you kind of hang out. So this is his domain expansion, I'm guessing. If I remember right. So yeah, you can pay 1 AP, so pay 1 action point. But all your cards gain 1,000 BP till the end of turn. And then once per turn, as long as he's on the field, you just switch active. And then we saw our other one here. I'm not going to jump back and forth between these guys too much. But we have their Divine Dogs. So they gain 1,000 bonus. And then they can also give 500 to another guy. So that's pretty cool. But notice the site doesn't give you any energy. We have domain expansion. Shoot up to 2 of your AP cards and switch them to active. I'm going to jump back into the starter deck here really quick. Just because I want to look at this. So we got the blue domain expansion. Took to your AP cards, switch them to active. So they have the exact same abilities. But obviously they're different card numbers because they're different colors. They did this in the other sets as well. They usually have like one sort of card that goes in all 3 colors that kind of works as a thing that they want to do. So yeah, they just play this once, gain extra bonus, extra basically 2 actions during the turn. Alright, so then we have Yuji Itadori. With just socking a mouth on his face. 1 play, go to the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 sock in his finger among them and add it to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of your deck in any order. If you add your card to your hand, place 1 card for your hand at the bottom of your deck. Interesting. So you gotta find something, but now you have to take a card and put it. So this is the 2 things so far I've noticed this set really likes to do is Jujutsu Kaisen has one with the domain expansion thing where it gives you extra AP, lets you reuse your AP so you can take more actions. The other thing is stuff where you get to basically draw a card or find a card or something, and you have to return a card from your hand. So you're exchanging one thing for the other. And then we have another uncommon. So we have Ultimate Mekamaru, Kyoto Jujutsu High. So if this character is active, it gains a purple energy generation. And we're going to see like effects like this that are going to be the same for each different color. So we get 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4. So we have 4 of our 6 of that. So that means our last 2 cards should be rares. Which are really neat. So yeah, 12 card pack? Yeah, 12 card pack. So it's like our purple is going to also be not just the spirits, but it's also going to be the other high school. So kind of interesting. Alright, then we have our first rare. Pretty full foil. I do not really care for foils like this. Where everything's, but like the artwork foil is really cool. Where the lightning for hollow purple does show up. I don't like where there's foil over the text. If they just wouldn't have done the text box, I would have been fine with that. Kind of like the white one on the bottom. But alright, so it's 5 yellow and 2 actions. This is going to be a hefty one, but it says if Sakura Gojo is on your field, reduce this card AP cost by 1 while in your hand. Nice, makes it a little bit cheaper. One of your characters on your opponent's front line and place it into their removal area. Nice. So it's literally removing them from the game. So Banish just puts them in a discard pile. This literally removes them from the game. In special, choose one character in opponent's front line and sideline it. Then our first pack, we got a super rare. So this is how I wish the more of these spoilers were. This is definitely cool. Another Satoru Gojo to go with this. Yeah, you can see the foil behind him. The highlights on his costume are foiled, but you can see the text really well. So this costs 6 and 2 action points. So 6 is going to be a hefty thing to get, but it'll be worth it. It says Impact 1. While this character attacks and wins a battle, deal 1 damage to your opponent. So it doesn't, if it gets blocked and it wins, you're going to give them damage anyhow. So if they can't defeat him, then they should not bother to block him. When played, draw 1 card. Reduce the AP cost of the next card used from your hand this turn, other than Satoru Gojo by 1. Oh, sweet. So if you can somehow time all this right, and you play Gojo first for 6 and you cost us 2 action points, you can reduce this by 1 action point by playing that, and if he's out, he plays it for free. So basically you can play Hollow Purple for free if you already have him in play. That is crazy. So he just drops in, and all of a sudden now you remove one of your opponent's characters from the game. That's neat. Alright, pack number 2. We have Straw Doll Technique Hairpin. Yeah, so the yellow so far might be all the different techniques, which are kind of cool. Choose one wrestling character in your opponent's front line and sideline it. This is the other thing they're doing a lot, is just straight up eliminating your opponent's characters. Kento Ninami. Simple character, by 1500 BP. El Todo. Kyoko Jujutsu High. Surprises BP is not higher, but I'm sure they have multiple versions of him. Nobara Kugasaki. Again, very simple one. We just need some. So they're putting some of these guys into yellow as well. So that is nice. It's not just the abilities in yellow. Megami Fushiguro. When played, choose up to one character with 1500 BP or more. On your opponent's field, it loses 1500 BP till the end of the turn. So this is card number 56. So, from the starter deck, I want to go back to that quick. We have the starter deck version of this card. Same exact ability, just different artwork. So that's one reason to pick up, to potentially pick up the starter deck. You get alt artwork for a bunch of the common cards. So there's some cards that are available only in the starter deck, and then some cards are alt artwork. So even the ones that are in the set, in the booster packs are different artwork, which is really neat. Here we have Kasumi Miyawa. When played, draw a card. Jumping into our commons, we have another Chimera Shadow Garden. The 10 Shadows technique. Draw a card, put up to one character with 3 or less required energy, 1 AP cost, and Shimigat. I don't know why I keep messing this word up. Shikigami, affinity from your hand, or sideline sector resting into your front line. From your hand. Oh, okay. I was confused by it. It says play them from your hand or from your sideline. So you can move a character from your sideline into your front row. And then if Megami is in there, you can just set them to active instead. Okay, cool. So this you draw a card, and then you get to play one of your characters really cheap. Shimigami character, or you can move it to your front. Neat. Very cool. We have another Yuji we saw before. We have Junpei, Yoshino, and Moondrags. Oh, his jellyfish. When played, if Maito is on your field, you may place the top 3 cards of your deck into your sideline. When sideline, if Maito is on your field, place up to one Junipi Yoshino Abomination from your hand or sideline set into the field resting. Ooh, so these cards are fun to me. I like when card games do stuff that follow the storyline. Like, oh, this might not be the most best ability or the coolest card, or it might be difficult to use, but it follows the story. So yeah. So basically, yeah, he comes into play if you have Mahito on the field. You can put him in there. He's sidelined. You can play up to one of the abominations when he transforms him. Cool. Our rare card, our first one, is another Sakura Gojo. When attacking, draw a card. 35 BP, not bad at all. And our other rare is Jogo, Cursed Spirit. Oh, the eye there is really neat. A little line there. This is cool. So you got a raid card with him. So he goes on another Jogo. One play, choose up to one character with 3,000 BP or less on your opponent's front line and sideline it. Very cool. Then we had one of the first cards that worked with him. Nice. Alright. And as we go through these, we'll go a little bit quicker because we'll start running into more and more stuff we have. So, Ember Instincts, we've already saw. Non-existent memories. Haha. Choose up to one Todo and select a character other than Todo on your field. They each gain 1,000 BP till the end of turn. Choose 2 cards with this ability. The given Todo gains Impact 1 until the end of turn. Oh, Impact plus 1. Oh. You choose. So you choose up to one Todo and up to another character other than him. So you don't have to choose a second character. You could just play this and give Todo 1,000. If you play 2, Todo gains Impact plus 1. If you didn't have it, otherwise you can give an additional 1. That's pretty nice. Alright, we have a yellow. We have Megami Fushiguro. And we have another regular one, which you've seen. Dagon, Cursed Spirit. One sideline, draw a card. The Great Serpent. Is Shimigami. Another Chimera. We just really love these Chimeras, don't we? Boogie Woogie. Choose one character with 5,000 BP or less on your opponent's front line and place it on the bottom of their deck. Your opponent plays up to one character, 3 or less required energy from their hand, set the rest into their front line. When played, abilities on character players affecting not activate. If Todo is on your field, draw a card. Interesting. So your teleport. This is his teleporting ability. He claps his hand and teleports. So he's teleporting your opponent's guy back to their deck and placing one of. They get to place a smaller character up on the field. Interesting. We have another Gojo here. When played, choose up to one site on your opponent's field and place it at the bottom of their deck. Yeah, just get rid of it. And Nobara Kugasaki. When played, return one other character on your field with 1 or less required energy to your hand. You cannot return this character to your hand. So yes, we did see her card in the starter deck as well. And I'm not going to do this for every single card. I just wanted to show this off as well. So here was the starter deck version of that card. So it has the same. So it says UE0ST35. This is UE0BP. And then it's still JJK144. It's the same card number, I think, just different artwork, which is really cool. Alright, our first rare, we have Panda. Another raid. Wow, we're getting a lot of raids here. I don't know if these guys are going to have more raids because they have more guys that have, like, transformations than, like, Hunter doesn't have a ton of transformations. Bleach had a couple of guys like Wizard and stuff, but yeah, not as much. Step. During your movement phase, you may move this character from your front line to your energy line. Nice. So you can move this character back if you need to. And then he has raid, of course. Double block. When this character blocks for the first time this turn, switch it to active. And then impact 1. This character gains 1,000 BP. So I don't think the other sets had Impact 1 or not as much. That's definitely cool. Then we got this, which, boy, oh boy, that is awesome. Pack 3, and we got another card. We got super rare, but it's also a star on the bottom, which means it's an Ulk art rare. So here is for, let's see if we can get this spoilers. Kasumi Miwa. Yeah, it's a really cool background art behind it. That's definitely cool, where everything's kind of foil behind her. So she has double attack. When this character attacks for the first time this turn, switch it to active. This character must block your opponent's attacks if able. When played, choose up to one of your characters on your opponent's front line. It loses 1,000 BP for every Kyoto Jujutsu High Affinity card on the same line as this character till the end of the turn. So it has to block, but if you have a couple other guys, you can drop their BP way down so you can eat them. She has 2,000 BP to begin with. When blocking, choose an attacking character on your opponent's field, loses 1,000 BP for each other Jujutsu High character, the same line. So it always has a same one anytime. That's really cool. And then imagine combining her with that Toto, who could give Impact 1 to her as well, so she gets to attack, and every time she attacks, boosts up a guy, and then she can also potentially strike right through them. That's pretty cool. That's awesome. Alright, pack number 4, Curse Technique Reversal Red. Choose one character with 4,000 BP or less on your opponent's front line and move it to their energy line. When moving a card, if the destination line is full, the player whose line is chooses one card and places it in the removal area first. Ooh, that's crazy, right? So they have to get rid of something. And they have to get rid of something on their line first. Interesting. Another Yoshinero. Another Hanami. Divine Dogs. This is why we'll start getting duplicates. Playful Cloud. Mojito. Alright, jumping into our uncommons, we have a Malevolent Shrine. Play the site set to active on your field. Active main switch to rescue. Choose one Sakuna card on the field until the end of your turn. It gains all abilities listed below if you have the required number of Sakuna's fingers on your sideline. This is a fun extra little thing. So 2 or more, you get plus 2 damage. 3 or more, you get snipe. And 4 or more, you get impact plus 1. So I'm going to guess damage 2. This character attacks and deals direct damage, deals 2 damage instead. So yeah, that's neat. So you can additionally do 2 damage. And if you have impact plus 1, if he gets blocked, he still does damage. And Snipe says you may target a character on your opponent's front line and attack as this character if you do, your opponent cannot block. So you can also choose to do it. So you have 4, you could choose to impact them and do it. That's a pretty nasty card. But again, you have to have Sakuna and a bunch of fingers. Which also means one Sakuna card on the field. Required number of Sakuna. Can you have more than 4 fingers? I thought it said... Up to 4 characters you place in your front line. Up to 4 characters or sight cards in any combination will be played on your energy line. So if you only have 4 cards in your energy line, right? A sight and 4 cards, and what is Sakuna's finger? So we have one from the deck. I want to look at what Sakuna's finger does quick. Oh, in your sideline. Okay, so it's your discard pile. That's why I was confused. I was like, you can't have more than 4 of them all. Okay, it's your discard pile. That definitely makes sense then. Ultimate Mekamaru. Maki Zane. This character is active against yellow energy generation. And Sakagoro, we have the blue one of that. So yeah, we get like one of those in each color usually. Our first rare is we have a Sakina to go with his other thing. And it's another raid card with him. With Yuji Ikigori. When played, choose up to one character on your opponent's front line and switch it to resting. It will remain set resting. The next time it will be switched to active with the top 5 cards of your deck. Available in Sakina's Finger or Malevolent Shrine. Nice. Card among them, add to your hand, place the remaining cards and bomb your deck in any order. Nice, so you basically stop someone and then look at the top 5 of your deck and get to play something. Very cool. Then our other rare is one of our action points for Megami. That's really neat as well. Yeah, so very cool. So we got one card, action point card number 2. So we have number 2 of 6. Card 1 of the 6, but we have card number 2 of the 6. That's pretty cool. And they'll, of course, have the white back on there to differentiate from the black ones. The only downside is because it came in the pack, so you open it up and you're trying not to look at the first card. You're going to see you have a white card right away. Alright, we have Ember Instincts. We have Maki Zenin. Just a very common one. Shoko Iri. Character, there's a yellow or purple card in your opponent's field. Reduce the card required energy by 1 gold in your hand. To make it a little bit cheaper to play. Dagon. We have a regular Panda to go with our raid version. He has Step. During your movement phase, you may move this card from your front line to your energy line. So that's the only way to move cards back. Otherwise, I think normally you can only move them forward. Ichio Taka Ichi. Active main, switch to resting once per turn. This character gains energy generation until the end of the turn. At the end of the main phase, sideline this character. Just gets an extra quick energy boost if you need it for a turn. Another Kugasaki. We have a domain expansion for purple. Choose up to 2 of your AP cards and switch them to active. Final, if you have 0 life, place this card top of your deck. Place the top card of your deck into your life area. Very nice. So I think we've seen the yellow one and the purple one. We've seen a blue one, but that's a starter deck. Other uncommon, we have another Megami. When played with the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal up to 1 Shikigami, affinity among them, add them to your hand. Place the remaining cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. Nice. Card search is always good. Another Gojo. Our first rare is we have a Divergent Fist. Choose one character with 5,000 or less BP on your opponent's front line and return it to their hand. If Yuji Ichidori is on your sideline, on your field, sideline it instead. So I think we did have a copy of this. Yes, we have in there, we have the starter deck. We have a regular non-foil version, which is pretty neat. We can get a foily version of it. And then our other rare is Yukahime Ori. When played with the top 3 cards of your deck, reveal 1 Kyoto Jujutsu High affinity card among them. Add them to your hand. Place the remaining cards on the bottom of your deck in any order. If you added a card from your hand, place 1 card from your hand on your sideline. So, although this is neat, I don't know why the other guys don't have Jujutsu, the regular Jujutsu High in there. Because that would have been kind of cool as well. Alright. Straw Doll Technique Resonance. Choose up one active character on your front line and 1 character on your opponent's front line and switch them to resting. If Kurosaki is on your field, chip one of your AP cards and switch it to active. Nice. Yeah, exhaust one of your characters. Nice. Yoshino. Ooh, a regular JoJo Curse Spirit. When played, choose up to 1 character on your opponent's front line and loses 1,000 BP till the end of turn. Very simple. Gojo. There's a blue or purple card in your field. Reduces card's energy requirement by 1 in your hand. This is a really neat idea. So, like, if your opponent has the other colors, right, you're gonna basically gonna play these double energy cards for a lot cheaper, or a little bit cheaper, which is very good. Playful Cloud, non-existent memories. Another Panda in our uncommon slot who has Step again. and double energy. Toji Iyumaki, active once, if on the front line once per turn, chip to one of your characters 1000 BP or more on your opponent's field, just 5,000 or 500 till the end of the turn. Not bad, just hurts someone a little bit. We have another Hanami. Nullify impact. The character, battling this character loses impact for the duration of this battle. Oh, that's fun, right? You just shut down someone's impact skill. Domain expansion. Another Gojo who has double block, and during your opponent's turn, this opponent cannot choose this character with abilities on the character event cards unless they pay 1 AP as an additional cost. Oh, that's fun. So they can't even choose to target him with stuff unless they pay an additional AP. So higher cost cards are going to be almost impossible. Color. Choose one character on your opponent's front line and switch it with the resting. This will remain set to resting until the trigger would be active. Switch to active. Neat. So they have all the different ones on there. I think the rule sheet did mention those. Oh yeah, it just mentions cards of special color and final triggers are limited no more than 4 cards in a deck for each trigger type. So it's kind of an interesting way to like limit certain cards. So like you can't have 4. You can have 4 of this Gojo, but then you can't have any other of the colored trigger types. Same thing like domain expansion and final. You wouldn't have more. You couldn't have like 10 final cards in your deck. Then we pulled a super rare. We have another Sakuna, which is really cool. Again, that foil on there is really neat, where it goes across his entire shadow and everything, his fingernails. It's cool. Impact 1, and when played, if on the front line, your opponent returns 1 character on their front line to their hand. If 2 or 3 copies of Sakuna's finger on your sideline, 2 instead. If 4 or more copies of his finger on your sideline, 3 instead. Wait, what? When you play it, I mean, it costs 6 blue and it costs 2 action points. This is going to be a massive ability. When you play them on the front line, your opponent returns 1 of their characters to their hand, and you could possibly do 2 or 3 instead. Wow, that could be very devastating. Then it has Impact 1 as well, so they can't block even if they really wanted to. Alright, next pack, we have Curse Technique, Red Reversal, Hanami, Tsukumaki Fushiguro. When played, shift to 1 other character on a field that gains 1000 BP till the end of the turn. Yuji Kagori, very simple one, but you're going to need him if you want to raid a bunch of your Sakunas onto him, so having a cheap version is not bad. Mahiko, Megami, we've seen another Malevolent Shrine. Tagaki. I do not remember who she is. When played, return 1 other character on a field with 1 or less cost required to hand. You cannot return this character to your hand. Okay, so basically, you play a cheap, we've seen this before, you play the cheap, the 1 cost up here, and you get your double energy. Divine Dodge Totality. If you have Divine Dodge Black and White in your sideline, this character gains damage 2. All neat. Again, lore-based, right? Because every time one of them gets destroyed, they absorb into the other one. That's cool. Maki Zenin. If you have 1 or more Cursed Tool Affinity cards or 4 or more event cards in your sideline, this character gains 1000 BP. Neat. We've only seen the 1 Cursed Tool so far, so hopefully we get some more. Our first rare is Nobara Kugasaki. Main, if on the front line, switch to resting. Choose 1 character in your opponent's front line, switch it to resting. Tie someone else up. Very helpful. And then we got another super rare. Really cool. We have Mahiko, Cursed Spirit. How many super rares were there? 12. So we've gotten at least 3 of the 12, which isn't bad. He has Raid as well. which is really fun. Love the raid cards. Probably get raid for one of each of the main characters usually. When played, choose up to one character on your opponent's front line. It loses 25 BP till the end of turn. Add up to one Transfigured Human Affinity or Self-Embodiment Perfection cards from your sideline to your hand. We haven't seen either of those. Raid, add this card to your hand. Required energy. Interesting. So when he's played, you gotta search for cards that boost him up. Very cool. Alright. We have our first sock in his finger that is not part of the starter deck. Is all wrapped up. Event, you cannot use this card unless you place one card from your life into your sideline or switch one active UG card to resting. Draw a card, flip to one of your AP cards and switch it to active. So this is really a neat card because, like, right, if you place with anyone other or don't have UG out, it costs you a life to use, which could be worth paying if you need that one extra AP for the turn. Otherwise, yeah, if you have UG out, it's just kind of neat. So, like, you're playing a UG deck, you're going to have these Sakina's fingers, and you're going to have Yugi and Sakina. If you're playing Megami, you're going to have a lot of his yellow and his Yakigamis. Or you could be playing, like, the Cursed Tools, or you got some of the other guys, the Kojo guys all kind of work together. Here we have a Yugi Itadori in yellow as well. Active main, switch to resting once per turn. Character gains one energy generation until the end of the turn. End of the main phase, silence character. Alright, so you haven't seen the yellow version of that. Ooh, Slaughter Demon, another cursed tool. We're hoping for some more of those. Choose up to one character on your front line, gains 2,000 BP till the end of the turn, draw a card. All of these draw cards are lots of stuff replace each other, which is very nice. Non-existent memories. Kurosaki, another Kurosaki. Draw a card, then place one card from your hand on your sideline. Nice. The Unlimited Void Sight. Says this is domain expansion, I believe. When played, choose up to one character on your opponent's front line, switch it to resting. You will not switch to active during the start and end phase as well as sighters on your field. Again, each attack phase, if Gojo is not on your front line, sideline this card. Ooh, so basically you just stop someone completely. That's fun. Yoshinabu Gakuganji, the old man from Kyoto. Ten Shadow Technique. Maki. Our first rare, we have Aotodo. If Takada is on your field, place this character gains 500 BP. Bring up to 4,000. Nice. Activate. Place one card from the hand into the sideline. Once per turn, this character gains damage too. Oh, and again, this should work really well with his other card where he gets the memory card where he gets to give impact as well. Very cool. These are colored cards, so you can only play so many of these. And then our other rare is another action point with some of the Kyoto characters. So that is definitely fun. Alright, so this video is a little bit longer. We're going to go through all 20 packs. We are at, I think we went through 7, so I haven't even went through half of them yet. But I did a quick calculation to kind of keep track of some of this. So our commons as of right now, we have 30 of the 35. So we're missing 5 more commons. So once we get through them, we'll be able to fly through the commons a lot quicker, which is half of every pack. So the packs will go through a lot faster after that. Uncommons, we have 22 of the 35, so we're missing 13. So again, you're only getting 4 per pack, so not as many. But once we start getting those done, or getting down, we'll fly through them pretty quick. Rares, we have 10 of the 18, so we're missing 8 of those. 2 per pack, roughly, because we also have to count super rares in there as well. And alt arts and action points. So we're doing pretty well on that. Got over half. For super rares, we only got 3 of the 12 of those, so we're missing 9. So I'm hoping we get at least half of those. So we need at least another, 3 more or so. On the AP cards, we have 2 of the 4. We technically do have 1 more super rare because we got the alt art, but I'm not going to count that as a general regular one right now. So let's go ahead and hop back into these. We're going to kind of fly through these a little bit quicker, some of the commons. Struggle Technique, Yuji, Slaughter Demon, Non-Existent Memories, Kuyosaki, a Megami in the uncommon slot, Inumaki, Yoshinobu, and we have Divine Dodge Totality. So we've already seen all those. So it's right here. We're flying through them that much quicker. Our first rare, though, we have another Yuji Itadori. One play, keep one character 35,000 or less BP on your opponent's front line. If you have 2 or more sockets, bring to the sideline, return chosen character to their hand. If you have 3 or more sideline chosen character. Okay, cool. So you have only 2, it just puts them back in your hand. You have 3 or more, you get rid of them. Very cool. And then we have Idle Transfiguration. Choose one of your characters with 3,000 BP or less on your opponent's front line and sideline it. You may place the top 3 cards of your deck into your sideline. If Mahito is on your field and you sideline your opponent's character's ability, you may put up to 1 card with Transfigured Human Affinity from your hand or sideline, set it to active. Ooh, that's cool. And then his 1 raid card lets him find those. So that's a very cool combo, right? Yeah, basically just tossing your opponent's strongest characters out. Not bad at all. Alright, we're going to set aside the rare cards, the ones we don't have, just to kind of keep track of this. Ember Instincts, Kuyosaki, Ichi. Ooh, a Transfigured Persons. We haven't seen these yet. Transfigured Humans. We need 1 of those. Switch to rest and sideline this card. Choose one of your character on your opponent's front line, loses 1,000 BP till the end of turn. Yeah, so just lets you sacrifice 1 of their cards. Or reduce them. Struggle Technique Resonance, Yuji. Self-Embodiment of Perfection. So we haven't seen this one either. Once per turn, when a Mahito card on your field attacks, you may sideline 1 of your characters other than him. If you do, play a character, the card Transfigured Human Affinity from your hand, sideline, set it to active. Nice. So you can basically transfigure 1 of your characters to become 1 of those. Very interesting. Our uncommons, we have Inumaki, Boogie Woogie, Gojo. Our first rare, we have another Yuji, but we have another alt rare, just a regular rare, but we have a Sakuga Gojo. Very cool. So this is just a rare version of the one that we already had. Yellow rare. Yes, this is our regular rare version. And there's just the alternate version. Very cool. So it's not bad to do some alt versions of some of these characters. Kind of neat. This double blocker as well. But yeah, you're going to play with them anyhow. Why not use the more cool looking one? You know, right? May as well. Alright. Ember Instincts. Maki. Yoshino. Ooh, another one. We haven't seen his purple one yet. Junipi Yoshino. Act main. Switch to wrestling once per turn. This character gains purple energy generation on the face. Okay, that common effect we needed. Didn't have him for that character. We have a Panga. Playful Cloud. Chimera. Shadow Garden. Yuji. Mekamaru. Megami. For our first rare, we have another Idle Transfiguration. And then we have a super rare. Toji Inumaki. I was hoping we would get 1 of him. Better card. Or he's the second one. He has Nullify Impact. And active main. Pay 1 AP once per turn. All characters on your front line gain 1,000 BP till the end of turn. Pretty cool. It's also in yellow. This is interesting. I think most of these guys have so far been in purple. So, interesting. Another common we didn't have, so we're down to 2 commons left. We have Goodwill Event. So we haven't even seen everybody, right? All these different characters. After 1 character with Kyoto Jujutsu High Affinity from your sideline to your hand. Play up the 1 character card with Fulfilled Requirement Energy, 1 AP cost, and Kyoto High Affinity from your hand resting in your side field, or perform raid with it. So add 1 card with sideline to your hand, and then play up to 1 character. No, it's basically pulling your cards back out. Nice. That is really cool. Drop that down if we didn't have that one yet. Kasumi, Divine Dogs, Takamo Ino. I haven't seen him either, I don't believe. Very simple card. Go-Go, Yuji, Ratio Technique Collapse. Ooh. We also haven't seen him. Kento Nanami. Choose 1 character with 5,000 BP or less on your opponent's front line. Place it on your opponent's choice, the top or bottom of their deck. If Kento Nanami is on your field, your choice instead. Oh, that's pretty fun. Maki, we have Masami Yaga. Getting some more of our uncommons we were missing. Activate main, switch to resting. Choose 1 of your characters on the field. 1 other character on the field gains 1,000 BP till the end of the turn. Nice. And Momo Nishiyama. 1 plague. Play up to 1 character has 2 or less required energy, AP cost, or Kyoto High Affinity from your hand to resting. I like these, all these like really cheapy effects that you have to get these guys. A brand new rare with Megami Fushino. 1 plague. Play up to 1 character with 3 or less required energy, 1 AP cost, and 1 Shikigami thinking from your hand or sideline set it to active on your field. Nice. Yes, just basically just bring out whatever he needs to bring out. It's another rare. We needed some more of those. And then we got another super rare for Noabaro Kugasaki. Which is really cool. Ooh, and she has raid. Awesome. So we just need a Megami raid now. He's only, I think, only one of the main 3 we haven't, main 4 guys we haven't got a raid for. Activate main, pay 1. This character gains damage 2. And then 1 plague, shift to 1 character on your opponent's front line, switch it to resting. You remain set resting the next time we switch to active. Very cool. So we got another super rare. Nice. Alright, we have another sock in his finger. I was really hoping they'd have, like, more of these in, like, different artwork. So if I like the starter deck has a different artwork, it's still pretty cool. Tamaki Yoshino, Great Serpent, Slaughter Demon, another Transfigure person. We need more of them if you're going to play with Mihiko anyhow. We have new. We haven't seen that one before either. Shimigaki. When attacking, draw a card, place 1 card from your hand on your sideline. Oh, and then followed up with Kento Yamagi. I think sometimes it's just, you know, like, you get so many cards from, like, one set, like, 1 stack, and it's like, okay, now we're going to get the rest of them. When attacking, place the top card of your deck onto your sideline. If you do, choose 1 character 1,500 or more BP, and your opponent's field loses 1,000. Give them a weak spot as it would be. Alright, Mekamaru. Our first rare is we get another Tenko. We need some more of him anyhow, so that's not bad. This character gains impact 1. If you have 15 or less cards in your deck. Oh, interesting. We got a lot of stuff where he keeps forcing drawing cards and getting rid of cards, so this is definitely could be very easy to do. When played, if you place 7 cards on your sideline to your removal area, if you do, draw 3 cards. Ooh. So get rid of stuff from your discard pile, basically, to draw 3 extra cards, which then might trigger his impact ability. That's cool. And our other rares, we have another Mahito we haven't seen. So that's pretty cool. If on the front line, once per turn, sideline one character in your field other than Mahito. If you do, you may place the top 3 cards of your deck into your sideline. Plus the one character of Transfigured Human Affinity from your hand or sideline set to active. Cool. Cool. Struggle Technique Hairpin. Oh, here we go. We haven't seen this. This would be our last common, unless I missed something. So we should have all the commons. The commons should go pretty quick. Junapi, Yoshino, Abomination, another Transfigured Human. This is also fun because now we have 2 different Transfigured Humans as of right now that we can use. So you can get some other options there as well. So all the rest of the commons should fly pretty quick. So I'm not even going to read their names. We're just going to kind of flip through them. Alright, so uncommons, we have Unlimited Void, Kugasaki, another Mekamaru, and another Maki. For our rare, we have Idle Transfiguration, and we have another Action Point. Fortunately, it's one that we already had, but still, that's pretty fun. Then if you have someone to trade with, you'd be like, hey, I have this Megami one. You have one of the ones I'm missing. So that's pretty nice. So we have 5 of the 8 rares. So we're getting pretty close to having all the rares. We're missing uncommons, though, which is the issue. We only have 7 of the 13 uncommons. Another Goodwill event. Again, getting duplicates of these aren't bagged for building decks, of course. Oh, we did have a Tento. He didn't have his glasses, which is what threw me off. Gojo, we have another Shrine, another Kusai, and a Noritoshi Kamio. I was wondering if as I say, we have to get him. When attacking, shoot up the one character on your opponent's front line. It loses 1000 BP till the end of turn. Nice, just straight up reduces an opponent. Our other uncommon was new. Our first rare is Panda, which we've had, but definitely nice. Then we got another super rare. We got a Tento Nanami super rare. So we got all 4 in the last, 2 packs. Which is really nice. And it has Raid again. Yeah, so we're already down to, 5 packs. Character gains 1000 BP, Impact 1, and Damage 2 if you have 15 or less cards in your deck. When sideline, you may place the top 2 cards of your deck into your sideline. If you do, choose up to 1 character on your opponent's front line, switch it to resting. Very cool. Nice. Another super rare. We're at 6 of the 12 super rares now. Goodwill event, Slaughter Demon, Kasumi, Panda, Jogo. Another Collapse, which is in bag. Another Gojo, Genjabaru, Gaku Ganju, Shadow Technique. For our rare, we have another Panda. So no new cards in that, but we did get a new Action Point card. So we're up to 3 of the 6 actions. We have half of them, but we get the other team. So I'm going to guess the other 2 is we're going to have at least 1 for Yuji and for, why can't I think of her name? Her. Well, maybe 1 for each of them, so it might be our last 3 there. 2 group shots and 1 for each of them. That could definitely be it. Only time will tell if we find out. We're down to 4 packs. We're running out of time to find out. Maki, Yoshio, Panda. Uncommon, we have a Limited Void, Gojo, Mai. Oh, we haven't seen any Mai's yet. That is right. When played, chip to one other character in the field, it gains 1000 BP till the end of turn. And we have another Yuja in rare. Nullify Impact. Very cool. So we're going to drop both of these down really quick. Our first rares, we have another Sakuna. We already had him, but definitely nice to get another one. And we have another Todo, which we had as well. Alright, 3 packs to go. Come on, more super rares. Curse Technique. Speaker Person. Sumaki. Shoko. Another nice. I like getting another one of those. I only had one so far. Divine God Totality. Kukasaki. Another panda. They really want me to have pandas. And a Sakuna. So the first pack. We had 20 packs. We got down to pack number 17 before we had a full pack of all duplicates. That's not too bad. Alright. I don't think we're going to get anything. Or get enough of these, though. Because we're missing... we're missing too many rares. And super rares and action points to have enough to finish off those. Hopefully get the last uncommons. We were at... 9 of 13, so it'd be nice just to get a stack of them that we're missing. Some more fingers are always helpful. Notice I'm not just skipping the commons, even though I said we had them all, because it's very possible I miscounted somewhere. Our uncommons, we had all those, we had that, and we have our regular super rare for Kasami Miwa. So we had the alt rare before, and now we're just getting the regular one. So that's not even bad. I'm getting another super rare there. And the last pack. So we're definitely not getting everything. We're going to be missing a bunch of uncommons, which is really irritating. But we will see what we have. No new... Oh, we got one new uncommon. We have Domain Expansion in blue, which we did not have. And this is funny because the starter deck has the alternate version of this. So I want to find that quick. So, here's the alternate version. Colored with his eyes open. So that's just how subtle of a, not a subtle difference, but it's not a huge difference in there. So that's nice. We got one more uncommon. So that gave us 10 of the 13 we were missing. Again, I might have miscounted. We have a Mai. Our first rare we have is another Toto. When attacking, they choose up to one other character, both in your front line and energy line, and swap them. Nice. His ability swaps guys around. And our last one, which we haven't seen any of before, is Suguru Gecko. So he might have been in one of my uncommon slots as well that we missed. But that does bring us up to 7 of the 8 rares we were missing. So we're only missing 1 rare. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of 12 super rares, so that's not bad as well. And 3 of the 6 things. So yeah, we're just missing a couple uncommons, unfortunately. Again, I may have miscounted, I may have had more of them. Could just be missing them. Alright, what does he do for us? When played, with a sideline of one other character on your field. If you go to the top 6 cards of your deck, you go up to 2 Curse Spirit. If any of your cards, add them to your hand. Place your remaining cards in a sideline. Nice, so toss one of your cards to get 2 extra spirits. Throw down with Mihiko and have some transfigured cards, throw them out, and then just sacrifice them to look for some more powerful Cursed Spirits. Definitely could be cool. Alright, so that is what we have for Jujutsu Kaisen for Union Arena. So yeah, if you didn't check out the starter deck, you want to see what unique cards were in there, as well as the alt arts, check that out. Otherwise, yeah, come back, check out Code Geass when we do that video as well, or go back even further and look at the Bleach 1000 Year War or HunterXHunter, and then some booster boxes for them, the starter decks for them as well, and then we'll be looking forward to some new sets. I know, like, the other one I'm looking really forward to is Full Metal Alchemist, because I've seen that before. I have to rewatch it because I don't remember if I watched the regular one or Brotherhood, so I really want to check that out to see what that is. I think One Punch Man might be another one coming out. There's a couple other ones I haven't heard of. But you definitely need to check out any of these just to see what they are. See you guys later. Bye.